Hello everybody, this is TriForce at Empire Arcadia's God's Ark. I'm a huge Nintendo ambassador, really support Nintendo and stuff like that, and this is Royal Lance. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Lance Eustache, also known as Royal Lance. I'm a senior referee at Twin Galaxies International.
And well, we're here for a special night because something happened it was like last week, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and we thought that in January they were going to actually come out with the Guinness World Record 2012 Gamers Edition book, but they actually came out with the book early. So this is the cover of the actual book. The 2012 book is out, and we pretty much wanted to go over some stuff that's inside the book because this year we noticed that there's a lot of different like gamers, well-known established gamers that's actually in the book. We want to go over some of the gamers that's in here. Me and Lance have been talking on Twitter about the different type of gamers that's in here that we all know, and it's good to see that Guinness is actually working with Twin Galaxies to track all these different gamers around the world that you come to know. So who should be the first guy that we talk about?
I think the first gamer that we should talk about should be the first acknowledged pro gamer, Todd Rogers.
Todd Rogers. Okay, so we're going to go to Todd Rogers first. So Todd's at page, from what we last saw, page 129.
Yep.
So for those who don't know, Todd Rogers is actually the first pro gamer in the world. He's been competing since the early 80s. He's known for his #1 achievement, his dragster record, which has held almost 30 years, if not 30 years from what I know. Man versus Machine Guinness record. So on page 129, he's put up as #1 in the block puzzle section for
Clax, the TurboGrafx 16 version.
Yeah, he's
which is 9,999,990 points.
So pretty much that's a max score.
Yeah, Clax is pretty much a puzzle game where you have to match these tiles that are coming down from a conveyor belt, and you have to match them either diagonally, horizontally, or vertically.
Yeah, vertically. Which brings up some, so at 999 max, pretty much he just maxed out the game. The game was already finished a long time ago, so you just point pressed until the computer gave him the #1 amount of points in the game.
Pretty much.
Okay. Todd, you're the man, as usual. There's some other guys in there that we want to mention. Tom Batata, is that how you pronounce his name? Votava.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and then Roger Gray and Brian Mundo.
Yeah, which all represents different platforms
of the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have Ryan Sullivan, everyone knows, and Kelly Felwyn from Canada, representing Canada. Okay, so our next guy, let's turn to page 174. This is something that happened big. It's within the Donkey Kong realm. A huge event happened earlier this year. 174. Okay, here we go. It's a Donkey Kong page. Yeah, and pretty much they had this. Here it states who are the Donkey Kong champions. You have this is Donkey Kong Jr. and Mark. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Is that Kehoe?
Let's see, Mark.
Yeah, #1, 1,307,500 for Donkey Kong Jr. And he set that score in July 19, 2010. Second place is Billy Mitchell, who he set a new score for 1,270,900, and that was several days after Mark set his score in July. And then you have Steve J. Weeby, the King of Kong favorite from the movie, the documentary, The King of Kong. He takes 3rd place. And what else do they have here? They had an event earlier in the year. The Kong Off, yeah, by Richie Knuckles Arcade in Flemington, New Jersey. Richie Knuckles held an arcade out there, and which Hank Chen won the Kong Off. Pretty much the event was they gathered all the world's best Donkey Kong players to have them play off against each other. You had Steve Sanders, you had Steve Weeby, you had Hank Chen, you had Billy Mitchell, you had there's one of my favorite, I forgot his last name, but it's Eric. I forgot his name though, his last name, but Eric, you know I'm talking to you. But like Eric was one of my favorite Donkey Kong players. He emerging Donkey Kong player where everyone thought he could not compete with the pros, and he hung in there. He got like top 10 easy in that group. I wish I had the scores on me. In fact, let's see something here. Where is it? Donkey Kong. Highest score in Donkey Kong is set by Hank Chen. 1,064,000. But then he which beat Billy Mitchell's score of 1,062,000. Now these are, just to let you guys know about the Guinness 12 book, the scores does not reflect the most recent updates. So you have to keep in mind that some of these scores went in and the book was already published. And it's just that it's distributed now, but the book was created a long time ago. So any new scores that came out does not reflect on the book. But yeah, so we pretty much covered the Donkey Kong guys. Who else do we know in here? Let's see. There go George Riley, most Donkey Kong 3 records set. George holds 4 high scores for the game on marathon and tournament settings for both the arcade cabinet and the main version of the game. And so who else did you find in the book?
I also found Liz Bollinger from Ottumwa, Iowa.
Oh, that's the
Yeah, like I actually met her in November when I was refereeing the Twin Galaxies event over there.
Oh, okay. What page is she on?
I believe she's at
91? From when I last read. We're going to go to 91. Let's turn this over. This book covers a lot of different stuff.
Right, there she is, right
Oh, you
here.
found her? Okay, I'm at 93, so we turn back one more page. 91. Oh, okay. Liz Bollinger, most prolific dance game high scorer ever. And pretty much Liz, she's also known by the name as
Kitty McScratch.
Kitty McScratch.
Yeah, which is good because I like cats.
I like cats too. We have a cat called Mittens, but we have to get rid of Mittens. Twin Galaxies, she has the high score records for Dance Central, Just Dance, and Just Dance 2, more than any other player in the world by Twin Galaxies and Guinness's records. So
Yep, names her most prolific dancing game high scorer.
of all time, for now. So any of you guys out there who are actually good at Dance Central or any of the games that she plays, you guys have she set the standard. So
No few names, but not missing anybody.
not missing anyone. Okay. So let's go to someone else. Oh, let's get something a little bit more modern, right? Page 67. For all the esport, the people who recognize esports. You know, I'm not really a huge fan of the word esport. I think it's digital competitive entertainment, but a name is a name. We at least we all agree it's the same thing. So for esport, they have a section called Pro Gaming Review. And they have DJ Wheat's profile on it. I'm going to read you guys the profile. It says, one of the most important elements in pro gaming is its people, individuals who turn the business of competitive gaming into entertainment that engages the public and boosts interest. American Marcus DJ Wheat, Graham, has been at the forefront of esports for years. He was a successful player in the famous Quake 3. And then a coach, and now he's a shoutcaster, which is like a commentator. Well, actually, shoutcasters and commentators are slightly different, but he pretty much reviews.
Maybe he'll probably do like maybe play-by-play something.
Yeah, play-by-play, right? So so he was a shoutcaster and an online gaming commentary, prolific Twitter and media producer, broadcaster. They call him a prolific Twitter. So shout outs to DJ Wheat for covering the whole scene. You know, that's definitely godlike. But we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with our second segment, which is going to cover the other players. So we'll see you guys in a bit.